Matias, and this is...
I can say my own name, thank you.
Oh, fine.
And I'm Nicole, and this is
Spartan
TV
TV
Camp News. Today we had a great guest in our studio.
A marine biologist.
I can't wait to learn what a marine psychologist does.
It's a biologist, Nicole, not a psychologist.
But I thought they solved animals' problems.
Oh my God, this is going to be a long day.
Matias, did you forget to say something?
Oh, you can watch the interview while we discuss the name. Why did you do that?
Matias, the camera's still on.
Sorry, I hope we get to edit that.
It is live.
What?
Here it is.
Hello, I'm Isabel, and today I will be interviewing Dr. Hammerschlag. She is a marine biologist. Where are you from?
So you maybe asked them because of my accent. I'm originally from Switzerland.
What does a marine biologist do?
So a biologist studies all living things, and a marine biologist studies all living things in the ocean. So, so I specialize on fishes and sharks, but you know, some people might be a marine biologist, but they study plants in the ocean, or little zooplankton, or so there's, if you're a marine biologist, you just study pretty much everything that's alive in the ocean. Yes. But you most marine biologists specialize on a certain area.
What shark would you say that you tag most, that you look at most?
So in South Florida, we see mostly nurse sharks. So nurse sharks are a really common species. They're beautiful. They have really thick skin, and if you look at their skin, it looks like marbles. It's really, like, they're gorgeous. And what's really interesting, they have a very thick skin. So the females have even thicker skin, because when they mate, like when the males and females mate, the males actually bite into the female skin. So they have developed a very thick skin so they don't get injured.
How many teeth would you say average shark has?
An average shark. Okay, so as I said, there's a lot of different species, and they're from little tiny sharks to like very big sharks, like the whale shark. So it really depends, but right here we have a jaw of a tiger shark, and we just counted them before. We have 23 tooth in one row, so it's 46. And then actually what's really interesting in the back, I don't know if you can see this, there's there's 3 rows of teeth. So if a shark loses one teeth, the next one just pops up. So I think in average for tiger sharks, it would be maybe about 150 teeth in their mouth. Very cool.
Which is the most aggressive shark, you would say?
So probably the most aggressive shark is the bull shark. It's actually called the bull shark because of its aggressiveness. Because bulls, the terrestrial bulls, they have high levels of testosterone, which is a male hormone, which is correlated with aggressiveness. So bull sharks have also very high levels of testosterone.
What was the scariest time you were under the water with sharks in your encounter?
Oh my God, that was the first time I was cage diving with a great white shark in South Africa. That was about 9 years ago. I went in a cage, and the cage was really small. It just was able to contain me, as it was round, and when you stand, there's an opening in the cage. So whoever wants to take pictures or videos don't have the bars in its way. So, and they put that, now they changed the design, but back then they would put one person in the cage and then push it away from the boat, and then you just float in the cage on the surface, completely submerged, but in the back. And so I went in there in South Africa in winter when the great whites are there, and it's super cold. So first of all, you go in the water, it's so freezing, you just turn, and the water is rather murky, so the visibility is not that great. So you're like, there's great whites out there, but you don't really know where they are. And they're ambush predators, so that means they sneak up on you really fast. So you have to like turn all the time so they can't sneak up on you. So I just like, you know, spinning and spinning and spinning for a long time, being so cold. And then all of a sudden there was this like shark right there in front of me. And she came closer and closer, and she was huge. She was 4.2 meters. So I don't know, that's like, what is that in feet? It's probably like 15 feet long. And she was a female, and she was probably pregnant because she was so girty, so big. And she came closer and closer and closer. And I was like standing, and as closer as she came, I was like going down, down, down in the cage until I was like all huddled at the bottom. And she came to the cage and started nibbling on it, but not aggressive. She was just like investigating. So she was so calm, and then she pulled back and she was circling around the cage. I was circling with her, and then she went away again, and she came back, did the same thing, came closer and closer. I mean, her head was this size, and she was like nibbling, and I saw her teeth. And so it was scary, but at the same time, it was like the most exciting thing. I think for 2 days, I was so happy. I couldn't contain myself. That was like the most amazing experience of my life.
What would you say is your favorite topic about sharks? Like, what's your favorite thing about them, and why you choose to learn about them?
So I was afraid of sharks my whole life because when I was really little, I watched Jaws with my big brothers. I was 5, which terrified me. And then only when I was 21 years old, I saw my real shark when I was diving in Australia. And as I said, my whole life I was terrified. And then when I saw them in their, you know, natural environment, I saw that they're not the monsters that they're portrayed to be. So my fear turned into fascination. So I made it then my goal to raise the awareness that the sharks are not what they're portrayed to be in the media. They're not the monsters, you know, and that they're beautiful. And then later on, I realized that they're in great danger. They're actually in deep trouble. And my favorite topic is to talk about the deep trouble they're in. 100 million sharks are slaughtered each year, where in contrast, only 5 people in average get killed by sharks around the world a year.
I'm Isabel, reporting from Spartan TV Camp News.
Wow, I thought the sharks were the bad guys.
Why are you crying?
Because there's millions of them being killed right now.
I think you need to chill. I will show you how to meditate. You go, Yes. Shh. Bye. This was Matias and Nicole hosting day 4 of summer 2014 broadcasting camp.
You did not just do that without me.
Dang it!
Oh, and guess what? This isn't live.
What?
Bye.
Bye.